Imagine ruling the skies, then watching it all burn. This is the full aerial arsenal of the Imperial Japanese Navy and Army in World War II, from graceful 1930s biplanes to desperate rocket-powered kamikaze killers of 1945. Over 60 legendary machines that defined an empire's rise and its fall. Buckle up, this is going to be insane. Hit that like button if you're ready for aviation history on steroids. Fighters, the samurai of the skies. First up, the fighters. The deadliest duelists of the Pacific, the Mitsubishi A6M Zero. Zeke to the Allies. The undisputed king for the war's early years. Lightning fast, impossibly agile, insane range. It shredded everything in its path until the Allies learned its deadly secret. It burned like paper. Nakajima Ki-84 Hayabusa, Oscar, the Army's Zero equivalent. Butterfly flaps gave it God tier. Maneuverability, most produced Army fighter pure dogfighting beast. Mitsubishi A5M Claude. The Zero's ancestor, world's first carrier, monoplane fighter. Terrorized China long before Pearl Harbor. Nakajima Ki-27 Nate, fixed gear, ultra aerobatic, but hopelessly outclassed by 1942. Early war glory that faded fast. Kawasaki. Ki-61 Tony. They copied a German liquid-cooled engine. Fast. Armored. A total departure from Japanese tradition. Kawanishi. N1K. Shuden George. Many experts call this Japan's BEST fighter. Land-based monster that could outturn the Hellcat. Absolute legend. Mitsubishi J2M Raiden Jack, built for one job. Climb like a rocket and shred high-flying B-29S. Pure interceptor fury. Nakajima. Ki-84 Hayate Frank. Late war masterpiece. Speed, armor, cannons could stand toe-to-toe with the P-51 Mustang. Kawasaki Ki-100. The lifesaver. Slapped a radial engine on the Tony frame, turned into one of Japan's most reliable dogfighters. Nakajima. Ki-44 Shoki, TOJO, Stubby, overpowered, tiny wings, bomber killer extraordinaire. But landing it was a nightmare. Kawasaki Ki-45 Toryu, Nick twin engine, heavy fighter, Dragon Slayer, upward firing cannons to rip bombers apart. At night, Nakajima, J1N, Gecko, Irving, started as Recon, became a deadly night stalker, ambushing from below. Kawasaki Ki-102, Randy. High dash altitude, beast with a massive 57mm nose cannon. Tanks, ships, gone. Mitsubishi A7M. Repu Sam. The Zero's true successor, faster, tougher, but arrived way too late. Kawasaki Ki-10 Perry, Japan's last army biplane fighter, mostly training and backup by the war years. Bombers and strike. The Empire's sword, now the bombers. The blades that struck fear across the Pacific. Mitsubishi G4M Betty, the flying cigar, epic range. But those unprotected tanks? One hit and boom, instant fireball. Mitsubishi G3M Nell sank the British battleships Prince of Wales and Repulse in 1941. A. Game Changer. Aichi D3A Val. Fixed Gear dive bomber. Sank more Allied ships than ANY. Axis plane. Nakajima. B5N Kate, Pearl Harbor's torpedo terror. Obsolete on paper, but flown by absolute aces. Nakajima B6N Tinzin. Jill. Faster. Deadlier. Evolution of the Kate. Yokosuka D4Y. Suize. Judy. Liquid-cooled speed demon. Dropped bombs, then vanished from fighters. Ichi B7A. Ryusei. Grace Top. Hybrid monster. Dive. Bomber and torpedo bomber in one. Yokosuka P1Y Jinga Francis's sleek twin-engine bomber. Fast enough to moonlight as a night fighter. Mitsubishi Ki-21 Sally. Army heavy bomber workhorse, fought everywhere in Asia. Mitsubishi Ki-67 Huryu Peggy, Japan's best bomber. Fast, armored, could even loop. Nakajima Ki-49 Danru Helen. Heavy bomber escort, but underpowered and disappointing. Kawasaki Ki-48 Lily. Light bomber, fast but light payload. China and Philippines veteran. Mitsubishi Ki-30N and Kawasaki Ki-32 Mary. Early light bombers, fixed gear. Key in the opening conquests. Mitsubishi Ki-51 Sonia. Slow. Tough ground attack, perfect for jungle strafing. Nakajima. G8N. Renzen Rita. 4-engine giant meant to bomb the US mainland. Only 4 built. Tachikawa. Ki-84 Patsy. Pressurized high-altitude bomber could reach India. Recon, the eyes. In the sky next. Reconnaissance. The Silent Hunters. Mitsubishi Ki-46 Dyna. One of the sleekest, fastest planes of the war. For years, no Allied fighter could touch it. Nakajima C6N Sion MYRT. Carrier recon legend. Final message. No Grummins can catch us. Mitsubishi Ki-15 Babs. High-speed courier flew Tokyo to London. Pre-war. Taikawa. A Ki-36 Ida. Stole spot operated from tiny jungle strips. Kyushu. Q1W. Takai Lorna. Only Japanese plane built purely for anti-submarine patrol, float planes, and maritime lords of the waves. Kawanishi H8K. Emily. Widely called the best flying boat of World War II, heavily armed. Ultra-long range. Kawanishi H6K Mavis. Massive early war flying boat. Mitsubishi F1M Pete. Biplane. Float plane that could dogfight Zeros. Insane. Aichi E13A Jake. Standard cruiser-launched recon float plane. Nakajima. A6M2N Roof. Zero with giant float silent base fighter. Kawanishi N1K1. Kyofa Rex. High performance float fighter. George's older brother. HE16A Zuyun. Paul. Dive dash bomber. Float plane rare and deadly. Older ones like Kawanasi E7K Elf and Nakajima. E8N. Dave Catapult Legends. Transport and training. The backbone Mitsubishi. Ki-57 Topsy. Army transport version of the Sally. Showa. L2D. Tabby. Exact copy of the DC-3. Japan flew the same plane as the Allies. Tachikawa Ki-54 Hickory. Twin-engine trainer and VIP ride. Tachikawa Ki-9 Spruce. Yokosuka K5Y Willow. Red Dragonfly. Mass-produced trainers that shaped thousands of pilots, plus gliders like the Kakusai Kuat Gander troop carriers. Experimental and desperate, the endgame, and finally, the wild experiments and suicide weapons. Yokosuka MXY-7 Ohka Baka. Rocket-powered human-guided bomb. Pure desperation. Nakajima Kika. Japan's first jet cop. Demitu 62 not Mitsubishi J8M. Shusui. Rocket. Interceptor vertical climb to hit B-29s. Kyushu. J7W Shinden. Futuristic canard pusher prop at the back. Mine dash blowing. Nakajima Ki. 115 Tsurugi. Saber. Cheap. Wooden throttle plane for one-way missions. And more crazy prototypes born in desperation. 60. Aircraft. From untouchable Zeros to rocket. Kamikazes. They built an empire in the sky. Then watched it collapse. Which one blows your mind the most? Drop it in the comments. Zero? George Baca. Smash like, subscribe, and share if this hit hard. More insane aviation coming soon.